When he enters, the darkness retreats. With the roar of thunder, his power completes. Fear and respect, they follow his reign. JoeDaKing's arrival ignites the flame.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're watching the Hulk versus Godzilla Death Battle today. So without further ado, make sure to like, subscribe to this video, and let's just get into this video and see who wins this fight of the radioactive monsters. Well, that's a nice and good animation. Oh, we just stepped on the Hulk.
The Hulk versus Godzilla.
Marvel's Green Goliath against the king of the monsters. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze
Yeah,
their
I've been
weapons,
waiting for this
armor,
fight.
and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Such a size difference between the two. It's going to be so difficult to figure it out. It's probably going to be a harder outcome with the size difference. Just saying.
What is the Hulk? Is he man? Is he monster? Or is he both?
Oh.
He's a mean green smashing machine, the angry son of the Gamma Bomb.
A weapon designed by the greatest gamma scientist of all, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner.
But just before it went off, Bruce had to be a hero and save some dumb schmuck who was hanging around the test site. Damn it, Rick.
That day, Bruce
That's
Banner
A-bomb.
died.
And became the Incredible Hulk. A pissed off giant who must be really glad Bruce wears the purple stretch fit.
Standing 8 feet tall and stronger than 10 million men, the Hulk emerges when Banner's
lot of
anger
strength.
flares.
It's a lot of
Make
strength.
him angry.
Of course,
You
when they
won't
had
like
this
him
guy on Death
when
Battle
he's
multiple
angry.
times.
But it's even more complex than that. Banner suffers from dissociative identity disorder, with
Did.
many different Hulks embodying alternate
Yes, did.
personalities.
PID.
To fix it, the original Grey Hulk. He's a cunning gangster and the only Hulk who's got that drip.
The Devil Hulk
Hey, he
is
said
a
drip.
violent, overprotective personality that Banner unintentionally manifested as a result of his father's abuse.
Damn.
Holy shit! Somebody actually drew this?
But the
Apparently
Hulk
they did.
everyone knows, the big guy, is known as Savage Hulk. It seems he also developed from parental abuse, hence his childlike personality. Though I'd argue he's more clever than you'd expect.
The angrier he is, the stronger he gets, with no limit.
Except for one,
Wow.
Bruce Banner. See, Banner's relationship with the Hulk is complicated.
I mean, that makes
they
sense.
hate each other.
Mostly. Occasionally, they can come to an understanding. The alter best representing this would be the Professor Hulk, a balanced blend of Banner's
I hate
brain
that Hulk.
and the Hulk.
No, that is MCU modern era Hulk. I do not like that Hulk. That is the least Hulk I have ever seen. Like, bro, who ever heard of a proper Hulk? That is not a thing. You are trash, MCU. Bro, this is why Disney's going out of business. They're just screwing everything up. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you here. They really be ruining business. Thanks a lot to these shitty mistakes they've been making lately. Yeah, the crappy mistakes they've been making lately have really been sort of putting them right at the wazoo.
Hulk's brawn.
The buffest nerd you'll ever meet. But what about when Bruce takes a step back? If he isn't trying to restrain the Hulk, what do you get?
The Green Scar.
Okay, he
The
can absorb
Worldbreaker.
I'm just seeing this right now. It's also another Godzilla movie, but it appears they both seem to have some sort of form of radiation absorption. So they could probably feed off each other's radiation. That's possibly a good factor to put in there. They both got extreme healing factors too. I know that with Regenerator G1. I've pretty much seen all the Godzilla movies. Yeah, so I'm just
Without Bruce's temperament, the
Yeah,
Hulk's
I'm a
power
nerd.
and fury surges.
A wannabe
mixing
weeb.
Savage's rising strength with the personality and cunning of a warlord. The Green Scar is no mere superhero. He's a king and a conqueror.
Hulk is strong enough to lift 150 billion tons of rock.
Well, he can definitely
from
lift
Mexico to
Godzilla up.
Florida in a single bound and shake all the dimensions connected by the crossroads at once. He was pinned down by the spear of Proxima Midnight, which holds the weight of a star, and was fine. And when we say world breaker, we mean it. While sparring with Red She-Hulk, the two of them shattered a whole planet.
At one point,
Ooh.
he was bound in chains
Damn.
forged from the essence of the first firmament, the manifestation of the first universe, which could bind eternity itself. Not even Galactus was capable of saving eternity alone, and the Hulk just broke it. by himself.
Maybe Thor should rethink calling himself the
He's
strongest
got the strength. I
Avenger.
could just say that right now.
Since the Avengers first assembled, because none of them could take down Hulk on their own.
Speaking of Thor, the Hulk consistently battles on par with him, even when he held the Odin Force, with which he could command his hammer through infinite distances and match the power of Null, who killed countless Celestials. Even without it, Mjolnir can cross the universe in seconds.
Hulk tore a universe apart.
He's got
just a
some
clap.
feats in
Good
his
luck
bag.
with
I'm just gonna say
hammer,
that.
Man. But the green guy's got way more going on than just brute strength.
As the Hulk's power stems from gamma, he can utilize and absorb it and other radiation in various ways.
Yeah, like regenerating from fatal wounds. Even
Yeah,
getting
that's a lot of
ripped
feats.
apart by
That is
wolves.
a lot of feats. Battle on par with Odin Force. Thor broke the first firmament chains and attacked him. Ereturnus, I think is what that says. He escaped a dimension of infinite density, lifted about 150 billion tons of rock, overpowered the one below all, which is pretty much Marvel's version of the devil, took all dimensions tied to the crossroads, and defeated a crap ton of people. I'm not even going to say that.
Wolverine barely slows him down.
And the angrier he gets, the more regenerating cells his body produces.
It gets weirder. Did you know that if he absorbs enough gamma, he can shoot lasers from his eyes and read
What?
people's minds? Oh, also,
I didn't know he could do that.
see ghosts and give him a good old-fashioned Hulk smash.
Hulk can break through the boundaries of comic book borders themselves into the empty white between panels, a gutter space
That's
beyond time
pure
and
infinite.
What,
concept.
like how She-Hulk can for some reason break the fourth wall and talk to the reader? Oh, wait, that makes sense now. It's all gamma.
Exactly. In real life, gamma
apparently
rays
gamma's
are
like the Speed Force.
electromagnetic radiation similar to X-rays.
But in Marvel Comics, gamma comes from hell.
On Earth 616, gamma radiation is an electromagnetic frequency that can manifest as either a wave, a particle, or something else. Something that nobody
Magic.
really understands.
Except for Bruce.
That's right. Dr. Banner is a certified genius with 7 PhDs. According to Norman Osborn, he's the 4th smartest person on the planet.
And that's comparing him to big brains like Reed, Doom, and Tony.
Banner built the Collider
Some of the biggest
synchrotron,
brains
a
in
machine
Marvel.
that can scan the entire
Ooh.
multiverse with the speed of a hypermind. He created the Gamma Core, which could rupture space-time between universes. He built an interstellar radio on a deserted planet without any pre-established technology. He wired up Hulk like a starship, piloting him from the mindscape within. He even built an ultimate nullifier. In fact, the original intent of his Gamma Bomb was to be non-lethal, only targeting inorganic material.
But Thunderbolt Ross wanted something with a bit more boom. They
And apparently he got
Its
that.
ramifications, Banner developed the Gamma Bomb on his own, keeping its design secret. In the process, he tapped into an unknown form of gamma energy that breaks down reality and mutates it beyond actuality. On that fateful day, he breaks down reality
I'm gonna be
and
real here.
mutates it
I'm gonna be
beyond-
real here. Captain America, New World Order. I thought it was on my phone. Captain America, New World Order was good, but its villain, this dude, the leader, it's just garbage. It's just shit in comparison to the other villains of the MCU. I'm not gonna lie.
beyond actuality. On that fateful day, he opened the Green Door.
You know how we said the bomb killed Bruce? That wasn't some flowery metaphor or whatever. He died and came back as Hulk.
Came back from the below place, the hell
Well, that's
beneath hell, the lowest possible dimension of reality.
It's trippy, but whenever Hulk dies, he goes there. Then a green door opens and he goes back to where he was before. Easy as that. It doesn't matter if he's been atomized, sliced up into jars, or digested by werewolves. If he goes through the
My
door,
God,
he's
he's
back,
immortal.
ready to rumble. The green door
The
can get
immortal
locked
Hulk,
into
of
a
course
rat
they call
door,
it that.
but he's easily broken through it multiple times. Not a problem.
It turns out that third form of gamma, this anomaly from the bedrock of hell, spawns from none other than the one below all, the dark side of the one above all.
That's right, God has a Hulk, and it wants Bruce to bring about the end of all things. But Hulk just said,
No
"Nah."
way.
So, what is the Hulk? An uncontrollable monster? A prison for a tortured soul? A super weapon for Armageddon?
Don't overthink it, Wiz. Hulk is Hulk.
He's just slamming Jeff.
And Hulk's the
Poor kid.
strongest
Poor
one there
shark
is.
thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he won. Honestly. I'm going to be real with you. Hearing that, I truly believe that Hulk does have a chance. I'm not saying he's going to win, but I'm just saying there is a possibility that, I don't know, he just has like what he needs. More than enough, probably. I don't know anything about too much of the lore of Godzilla, but I've seen all the movies, so I'm just saying that.
The press gathered at Bikini Atoll to witness the power of the nuclear bomb. But many leagues beneath their feet, something ancient stirred.
Godzilla, the king of the monsters. He was pretty pissed off over the worst.
Probably sound like an elephant if you
so
heard
he swam to Japan for one hell of a crash.
You could hear it.
Japan was still recovering from the war.
Probably sound more like an
seeing
elephant than this dude.
Radioactive monster towering high like a mushroom cloud wasn't just frightening; it seemed prophetic. The bomb.
Yeah, he's probably.
was just the
It's actually really symbolism.
Man had sparked.
I like those for a fact, but the original Godzilla movie, the first one made in the 50s, I believe, was actually supposed to be Godzilla was like a symbol for the destructive of nuclear weapons. Fun fact for that. In case you didn't know that, he's pretty much a symbol of destruction. That's what he's supposed to be. Of course, then he became a hero later on, but that's what he originally was. He was a monster. None more, none less.
Sparked the end of times.
Complete with googly eyes and the most epic roar ever.
That's so iconic. I get goosebumps when I hear
Over
that.
the
I'm
years,
not gonna lie.
there have been many iterations of the beast.
Between movies, TV, comics, and cartoons, there's at least 27 different Godzillas stomping around, not including Manila, the Scrappy-Doo of kaiju. Sorry, that's insulting to Scrappy-Doo.
Despite the variety, Godzilla is somewhat consistent, so we'll examine his entire history, focusing on the larger
Oh, we got a lot of
releases.
these other. Got a lot of these evolutions here. Got burning, critical mass, evolved, nightmare option, rage, shin forms, super ultimate mode, Santa Claus. Not really. President of the USA and Looney Tunes. Are you what? President of the USA and Looney Tunes? What was that? What is that? I had a feeling they were going to try to pull up Ultima somewheres in here. I just had a
In most
feeling.
iterations, Godzilla is a rare theropod that went dormant for millions of years before nuclear bombs mutated it into a gargantuan radioactive monster.
Standing 165 feet tall, at minimum, Goji smashes through skyscrapers with ease. He's so casual about bullets and rockets, they might as well be gnats. And the bombs did so much more than just pump up his size. He's got atomic breath.
A concentrated beam or spray of radioactive heat. With an estimated range of 1,100 miles, it can exceed
That's terrifying.
500,000 degrees Celsius.
Nah,
almost 90
I'm dead.
times hotter than the surface
Let's
of
see
the
something
sun.
like this. I'm
But
dead.
depending on how much radiation he's absorbed, or life energy from a giant pterodactyl, he can
Rodon.
do way more with it.
His red spiral ray is a supercharged version that doubles in heat and power. And spins.
Or he can blast it out of his back and fly. Well,
Damn. I see that. I'm dead. Bro.
Power. And
Bro.
spins.
or he
Oh,
can
no,
blast it
no,
out
no,
of his
no.
back and fly.
No. See some giant monster shoot energy out of its back and fly like that, bro. That's gonna scare the shit out of me. Holy hell. Holy fuck, dude. It's gonna scare the shit out of anybody seeing that big ass lizard fly like that. Hell nah.
Well, he could always do that, I guess. Look at him go.
With enough energy
That
built
was
up,
goofy as hell when I
Godzilla
first
can
saw
blast
that.
a nuclear pulse out of his whole body, creating a massive wave of atomic
But they're both
destruction.
gonna.
His breathing laser can even break through dimensions, like when he found himself face to face with a giant mech piloted by Hatsune Miku.
There's
No.
also a number of era-exclusive powers. Shin Godzilla can fire rays from his tail.
And Hanna-Barbera Godzilla can fire rays from his eyes. Pew pew.
Effectively a living nuclear reactor, Shin
Yeah, pretty
possesses
much.
a natural phased array
guy got a
radar
lot
that
of
can
powers.
detect and attack threats automatically. And Godzilla Earth, who grew over 1,000 feet tall across 2,000 years, could make a barrier only penetrable by kaiju that can bypass physics.
And don't forget, Big G can ball with the best of them. After Charles Barkley got him his own pair of Nikes, Godzilla got busy.
You know, it's kind of
Oh,
hard
wait.
to emphasize just how impressively terrifying Godzilla can be when you're bringing
That's
up this sort of
so
thing.
funny,
Oh,
man.
yeah? Why don't you find a better spokesperson for Dr. Pepper? Fine, let's talk about when his presence boiled the entire Arctic Ocean, or how he picked up and threw Biolante, which weighed 200,000 tons, or when he no-sold not one, not two, but 3 meteors.
Including the Permian period extinction event that happened about 200 million years ago.
Then he went to hell, fought some fucked up versions of God and Satan, and atomic
Oh my
breath
God.
at Space Godzilla so hard that he blew up the whole planet. That's scary enough for you? God, I want a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
With such awesome might, he's battled the most
I'm saying
dangerous
Hulk
of
still
foes,
wins, probably.
like King
More
Ghidorah
than likely.
and Gigan. In Godzilla vs. Megalon, Gigan flew from the M Hunter Nebula to Earth in 24 seconds, and that nebula is 30,000 light years away.
But sadly,
That was just more impressive.
Koji got done in by the cruelest weapon ever.
The Oxygen Destroyer. Developed in secret by Dr. Serizawa, this weapon could suffocate and liquefy molecules. The ramifications
impressive.
of such a weapon were
It's
so
an impressive weapon.
detrimental, Serizawa took the secrets of its design to his early grave.
He got lucky. It doesn't matter what you throw at Godzilla. He never really dies. You can blow off his head, explode him from the inside, or crush him in a black hole. Then he'll come back.
Or evolve into an even more powerful form.
Yeah, he's got the
Godzilla's
healing
always
factor.
possessed heightened adaptation, but many iterations clearly showcase instantaneous evolution.
And super forms. He's gone full shonen and powered up a few times. So much so, he almost kicked off a nuclear winter just by existing.
Even the Oxygen Destroyer could not permanently end the first Godzilla. His ghost possessed a robot, his bones summoned another Godzilla, and he rose as an undead revenant hell-bent on destroying Japan.
Okay, why Japan?
Wow.
Couldn't he pick on some other country?
He stomped around the Americas a few times, but it just isn't the same.
Good joke.
Godzilla is intrinsically linked with Japan, a symbol of both their devastation and resilience. A reminder of the threat of nuclear war and what awaits those who peer too deeply into the unknown. But also, Japan's in Godzilla's perceived territory.
-1. That was a good movie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw that one in theaters with my uncle. That was a good movie. Loki had me like, look, it felt like it actually was like a recreation of the very first Godzilla movie. Like, it's like rebooted. Like, it was just great. I'm hoping for a sequel, possibly with a new monster of some sort. Just saying that.
To
Just
him,
saying
a
that. This is
stomping
great.
through Osaka is just another patrol.
He's not always so bad, though. He can be super protective, defending other monsters, his own kid, and sometimes even people. I'd say there's 2 types of Godzillas: the monster of nature's wrath and the guardian of planet Earth.
Well, there is a third type, but to understand that, we should first answer a question. How does Godzilla walk?
On 2 legs, Wiz, obviously.
But according to Square Cube law, those legs should be crushed under his own weight.
Oh, God, here we go again.
A creature
boy.
like Godzilla cannot realistically exist. This proved to be an elusive question for decades, even highlighted in Shin Godzilla, until a new theory was presented in the anime Singular Point. If Godzilla can't exist in our reality, what if he's from a different one?
What? Like he's an alien from another dimension?
Exactly! What if all kaiju come from a higher plane of existence with no regard for the known laws of physics? This dimension enters our reality in the form of archetype, a trans-temporal conceptual particle.
I knew they were gonna go over
Dust
Ultima.
that's floating all over
Yes,
the
they were.
place.
This archetype can enter any timeline to terraform the Earth and
Damn
all
it.
of reality so that kaiju can exist. This theoretically explains why various Godzillas appear in so many universes. They all trace back to one singular point: Godzilla Ultima.
Sporting the wide grin of a demonic Oni, Ultima is vicious. Just walking through Tokyo started 1,000 earthquakes around Japan. Even his own blood is a weapon.
Over 300 feet tall and growing ever more as archetype distorts the universe, Ultima's existence implies a far more complex origin for all Godzillas. Godzilla is a test for humanity, a challenge laid out by an eldritch entity from a dimension we are incapable of perceiving or comprehending.
It's kind of like how
That's
when we
horrifying.
move an object
Oh, nah.
and its shadow changes. We get why that happened, but to someone who exists in only a 2D plane, the shadow looks like it just randomly transformed into something totally different. Crazy to think about. Come a really long way from Big Lizard Smash Building, huh?
This shadow,
That's
this
actually
wannabe
terrifying.
god,
Holy
desires to play with and
Holy
destroy
hell.
every single universe.
And Godzilla is its avatar.
Through Ultima, this entity sees the universe as an interactable fiction and can control causality. Ultima himself is a singular point, one of many gateways through which the entity can tamper with reality.
Think of it this way, if something happens that the entity doesn't like, it can just say, that thing didn't actually happen, and presto, it no longer happened.
That's not to say such an event can't happen in the moment of occurrence, but the entity disconnects cause and effect, and nullifies events in retrospect without regard for time.
And now my head hurts. TLDR, Ultima tried to bring about a catastrophe that would end the universe in like a week's time. So, a wacky robot and a time-traveling Alexa used a supercomputer and this familiar-looking doohickey,
The orthogonal diagonalizer.
to zap all of Archetype into its final form, cutting off the entity's connection to the universe.
But not killing it. Because while each Godzilla has its differences, one thing remains certain.
Godzilla is immortal, and that makes him the king.
Oh, hell no! Where did I realize how terrifying Ultima was? I ain't never seen Singular Point. That is so horrifying! Bro! Ultima Godzilla. Nah, that is... Hey, that sounds horrifying, bro. Oh, hell no.
Look
Hell
at
no.
the skulls, gaze into their
Yeah, they got the merchandise at the shop. And also they're up to it, so it's back.
www.deathbattle.g.
I'm gonna be real here. I don't know who the hell would win. I mean, I'm seeing here Godzilla is literally like Godzilla is straight up impossible to kill, but the Hulk could like pretty much just like no beings beyond reality itself. I'm just wondering who's gonna win at this point. I truly do not know. I'm rooting for Godzilla, but no, rooting for the Hulk. I can't really put where to place my bet. These two are just so insane, apparently. Holy hell, bro. Nah, you gotta see how this ends. You gotta see how this ends. You gotta see this.
Combatants are set, and we've run the data through all
Oh, they got that comic book read.
It's time for a
Combatants are
Not the fact that they actually reference the Hulk versus Godzilla comics. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
roll!
Come on, let's see who's gonna win. It's gonna be a fight for the other generations. Oh yeah!
Godzilla has reached the city. So far, the evacuation is... Wait, look!
Oh, you think that's gonna hurt the Hulk? Nah, he ain't doing nothing. Nah, Devil Artemis really putting in the work on this one. Oh, nah, this animation looking clean as hell already. No, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm just gonna watch.
Alright, Hulk, time for me to take over. We don't want any trouble.
No! Hulk stays!
Oh, Banner's still inside the Hulk there. That's impressive. Oh, he charged up the atomic breath. This man Hulk better come up with something good. Ooh. It ain't over till it's over. He just absorbed that. Oh, he's Roadbreaker now. Can't get him. Can't get him. Now Hulk's just rolling now. He's flying. He's flying guy now. Holy hell. But apparently for them. We just had the thunderclap flying right over the fan animations. Right.
Stupid lizard.
Oh no, not Ultima. No way. Hulk's back. Oh, he's gone Ultima. I knew he was gonna do this shit.
I think I understand.
Oh, he just transformed into him.
It's been days since the battle began, and the red dust is spreading.
Days
Godzilla
since
has
the battle
grown in
began,
size,
bro.
But we believe we are.
Who?
How does it work?
Well, smash.
Oh, he built a gauntlet for him. That's why.
Trillion to one and rising. That's the odds. Chance to nullify the madness behind the monster.
Oh, he turned out the banner to make that. Oh, nah.
A right angle is 80 degrees. This element is beyond what we can perceive. Like gamma. 1,000
Keeps coming back.
A million.
Yeah, they can't kill each other.
I just need one.
Wait, did Hulk win? There's no way. Wait. He shattered through the Godzilla's reality. No way! The Hulk just win?
You did it, big guy. We did it.
KO! Okay, run.
Yes! This is my predictions were finally right. It was gonna be the Hulk.
by me.
Yes.
What happened?
It's complicated, so let's break this down into 3 categories.
Power, immortality,
First up, power.
Gamma versus
Most
archetype.
versions of Godzilla can shrug off black holes and extinction-level events, tag beyond light-speed foes like Gigan, blow up planets. However, the Hulk is beyond that.
The big guy clapped a universe to bits and shook the infinite dimensions linked to the crossroads. In a straight fight with a classic Godzilla, 616 Hulk smashes the power advantage.
But factoring in Ultima changes things. The entity sees all of space-time and can manipulate its results at a whim. No matter how strong the Hulk got, Ultima could potentially negate it.
But Hulk broke chains made of the first firmament, which could overwhelm eternity.
An abstract concept of
Ugh,
a
I think we're
being
gonna bring
not
that up.
entirely unlike Ultima's entity.
Even a small piece of the first firmament could break the multiverse. Plus, Hulk kept up with Odin Force Thor, who is also on a celestial level of power.
So the gap in power becomes nebulous.
I thought I heard something. My bad.
Still, unless Hulk could remove Ultima from the equation, neither held a clear advantage in power and stats.
Oh.
Especially when you look at their immortality.
This was practically a never-ending death loop. Even with their healing factors, both could technically kill each other, but then just come right back.
The green door instantly appears
This
when
is
Hulk goes to the
insane.
below place, and the higher
never
dimensional
thought it was gonna
entity
get
could always
this
summon
complex.
a
No,
replacement
that-
Godzilla avatar. So
I'm gonna be real here. I thought this was gonna be like a fist fight, beat the crap out of each other type fight. I didn't think this was gonna be like this complex. I didn't know they were gonna go that far, man. Damn.
both Hulk and Godzilla could not stay dead.
Unless they could somehow prevent what was happening in those other dimensions. So let's examine the layers of their multiverses. Marvel's cosmos has infinite higher dimensions, which themselves are transcended by the astral plane, the superflow, and so on until you reach the House of Ideas, the domain of the one above all.
Since the one below all mirrors the one above all, the below place mirrors the House of Ideas. Get it?
In comparison, the cosmos of Godzilla's multiverse is just as vast and infinite, but does not have the same sort of transcending layers above and below. This means the below place, the Hulk's respawn point and source of power, is out of the entity's reach.
So the real question is, if they both can't die and Ultima's
Hold on. What the hell does that mean for the Hulk versus Broly fight? That's trying to fight some bullshit then. So you're saying that this man exists on a higher point of reality, and it so just makes me coming back again and again and again. This thing would be way stronger than Broly then. Broly would have lost that fight if they used this type of logic for the whole. And that fight was a lie! It's like the cake! It's a lie! No shit, son!
Since he can't affect the below place, could Hulk somehow stop the entity before it destroyed the universe?
It all comes down to Gamma and Archetype. Ultima was defeated in the anime by using a trans-temporal superdimension calculator operating at infinite speeds to activate the orthogonal diagonalizer, turning Archetype against itself.
Ultima endlessly spews this stuff, so there's plenty to work with. And Hulk can reach into comic book gutter space, so he should be able to reach through a singular point. But that's not enough.
Fortunately for Hulk, it just so happens he knows someone who, like scientists who have defeated Godzilla in the past, is an expert on particles from a greater dimension that mutate reality
Bruce
beyond
Banner. Banner was an
Who
ally.
device with those particles that
Banner
create
was an
space-time,
ally.
like the diagonalizer.
That's the first
Who
time
made a
something like that would ever
supercomputer
happen.
that scanned the
And
infinite
it's right.
multiverse with the
And that's
speed
what
of a
this do.
hypermind. Like the dimension calculator. Hell, the guy made an interstellar radio out of sticks and stones in a matter of days, and even built an ultimate nullifier. It's like he was made for this.
The Green Door waits for no Hulk, including Banner. Even if Ultima's catastrophe destroyed the universe, the door could deposit Banner in a different universe and he could continue the fight.
He had all the time in the infinite multiverse.
There was only one way this could end, and only one person who could make it so.
Even among gods and monsters, man was the ultimate weapon.
The winner is Bruce Banner.
Next time on Death Battle.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Ooh. That's a oh, this is Ruby vs. Maka. Oh, they said they was gonna do this fight. Nah, this is cool.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle.
Nah, that was a what fight. That went over what I was thought. Went over my expectations. I didn't think they were gonna go that far. I didn't think they were gonna go like that complex with the characters. I thought this was gonna be like simple. This is way more complex than I ever thought it was gonna be. I really gotta say this one thing now about this video here. Thank you to anybody who's watching this for making it this far. I hope that you like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. This is JoeDaKing signing out.
JoeDaKing.